All right, this is Juice with Promise Life. We're at the Recovery Art Show on Broadway in Albany, downtown. What's your name, man?
My name is Samson, contompasis. I am the organizer of this event and the resident of the apartment and gallery that it has now become. And what we're hosting here is the Recovery Art event. And what this is a spin-off of a show that we just had in 25th and Lexington at the State Armory in Manhattan. That show was called Convergence, and in the show I ended up having to build a 1/4 size reproduction of the 1913 Armory show, which was a famous show that brought modern art into the fold of the entire world. And all these paintings you see around here, I had to build, stretch, and paint all in an entire month, and there was 147 of them. What this show is this show is allowing me to show these cityscapes of Albany that have been destroyed and otherwise, wrecked, and also give a platform for all the other artists that I find myself to be moved by. A platform to pay their rent and eat food. And so what it really all is about is just we're trying to create a movement. In the last time, start from 1913. 1913, the world was exposed to modern art. Then 1920s, 30s, you had Art Nouveau, Art Deco. 1950s, 1960s, you had Jackson Pollock, Franz Kline, Adolf Gottlieb. You had Mark Rothko. All these people were shapers, they were inventors. Then, all right, so 70s happens, 80s come around, huge pop art boom. You have Warhol, you have Basquiat, you have all these people that are changing the shape of what art is. It's been 20 years since there was last there was a movement that really was able to shift art in itself. Because of the modern age of instant gratification and instant communication, there's no such thing as trends anymore. So what we're doing is we're making a shift, a trendless shift to promote ourselves and B, art as a whole. What we're trying to do is just have a movement.
All right. How long you been doing that?
Oh God, I've been doing this my entire life. Whether I was doing construction, security, whatever I've been doing, I've always done I work in any medium I possibly can get my hands on. I just happen to be working in canvas in the past couple months. So I've been doing paintings, I do stone sculpture, I do silversmithing, I do glass work, I do anything that I have in abundance. At my disposal is what I generally work with.
All right. Would you say you have a style of art?
I'm the father to my own style. I've worked abstract my entire life, and it's funny to say that with figurative paintings in behind me. But when you really get down to the nitty gritty of it, when you take it. And you box it off, all it is just lines and checks. It's heavy, dense brushstroke. And this allows me to paint abstractly, but also create figurative images out of what I do with my brush.
All right. What would you say influences you?
Oh God, influences me life, life in all of its complexities, and it's just struggle. It's everything in your life. It doesn't matter if you got $10 million in the bank or you got nothing. Everything's a struggle in your life. And it's just a matter of happiness. I wake up every day happy because I'm surrounded by the things that I create. It's a full circle thing. I was created. Now it's my turn to create until I die. Someone else creates something else.
Yeah. How do you feel about the art world right now? How do you feel about the way
I
it's going?
I want to punch it in the fucking face. I hate it. It's, and one of the things is one of the, I'm not sure if it was a joke or not, I hope it was, but when I was down in New York City for this, we were in, the most major art week there was in New York. And one of the most contemporary art pieces was a shopping cart wrapped in Christmas tinsel. I wanted to punch the face of anyone involved, all of their family members. I wanted to Kaiser Soze every single person that had anything to do with that, because it was, it's not contemporary, it's modern. It's just, obviously art, what it is, I have a few different definitions of it, but it's just taking things and making them better. it's almost like it's a regression. Everyone's too involved with trying to sell intangible things.
Right.
Installations, as beautiful and amazing as 90% of them are, why not make it so people can take the pieces of the installation home? That creates, it's rigid thinking of that's breaking apart our art world.
Right.
Instead of having, we have surrealist artists that, in here, and stencil artists, and illustrators, and graphic designers, and, everyone creates.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, being able to present it to the world.
Yeah. What do you feel you bring to the table, though? What do you bring to the art
What
community?
do I bring to the table? I'm bringing a freight train, of momentum, and a chance to really, get a movement going. And what it is, as I said, I want to punch the face of the art world right now. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. It's one of those things. I want to change things. I want things to happen at the pace that I feel they should.
Right.
Granted, it's a selfish motive, but it's also something that, once again, there's a physicality to it.
Right.
Once again, I guess I should be bringing a physicality of art to the table.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at.
What is art to you?
Art's a feeling. Art isn't this. Art isn't that. Art isn't this. Art isn't my jacket. It's not a painting. It's not a sculpture. Art is that feeling that you get when you look at something and it aesthetically pleases you. When you get that tingle in your spine, when you get that feeling in the back of your throat, when you get choked up when you see something, that's what art is. It could be the way that the concrete is cracking down the side of your house and the way the paint chips off. It doesn't matter what the hell it is. Tangible or intangible, even kind of defeats the purpose of the argument I just gave. But regardless, it's a feeling. It has nothing to do. It's not a noun, is what I'm trying to get here.
Right.
Art is not physical. It's emotional. That's the way I feel about that.
Do you have any more shows coming up?
As of right now, we're all in the process of setting up shows for the next 8 or 9 months. We're trying to get to the end of the year. But as of right now, it's all concept. We have nothing set in stone as of yet, but we're looking at the end of, not this month, but the end of next month, to have another gala event, like the one you hopefully have seen today.
Yeah. Do you have any last words or shout-outs or anything like that?
Shout-outs to my dad.
Right.
Well, yeah, without my dad, then none of this would have been possible. He's just, it's like one of those constant supporters, whether it be financial or emotional. It's one of those things, it extends, everything that he gives me extends into everything that I do.
Right.
It's the whole, huge sense of family. I got a tight family, so that's one of the nice ones. And, yeah. Everything I do is just meant to, it's hopefully meant to inspire other people to do other things, That's why I work large. That's why I work with stone. That's why I work with glass. It's all things they're physical elements that are, once when they're in the raw form, they're, just glass, canvas, and metal, but when they're put together into these whole elements, they create not only art, but inspiration. And I'm hoping to give inspiration to the people that, want it.
So is there any place where we can see your work or find you or get a hold of you?
Right now, currently, I'm on Facebook.com. If you type in Samson, Samson, last name Contompasis, and it's Contompasis. That's the website I have currently all of my major photos on. I'm currently in the process of putting together samsoncontompasis.com. So that'll probably be up in the next 2-3 weeks as well.
All right.
Well, yeah, looking for a chance. I want
Yeah.
to die a famous artist.
Yeah, thanks for the interview, man.
My pleasure, man.
All right, once again, this is Juice with From Miles Life signing out.
Word.